That goes to the parking brake. There's a shift knob. So pretty much this is the parts that I had that are spare on the car. And sadly, I need about 150 parts, maybe 200. So I went over to Jbugs and made a purchase. Dun 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 dun! Look at my living room. Oh my gosh, it looks like a Volkswagen parts outlet here. Wowzers. Well, let me show you a few things here. I'll get out my pointer. Dun dun dun! That'll work. Wow, where to start? So, some of you guys have looked at my little car and you can see that she needs a whole lot of stuff, and she does. And I'm probably going to end up spending, I'm guessing, about $5,000 in parts. So what I did is I bought a full body rubber kit. So that's going to include all of the body gaskets. Let's look at that real quick. So basically you can see I've got all the gaskets that go around the engine cowling, the deck, all the ones that go around the windows, the windshield, the doors, the side quarter windows, all are included. So you can see like all these little pieces of rubber that go around the doors and everything are all included. All of this that goes around here. Nice chrome outside. It's a really great savings at the end of the day because you get all of these specific parts and pieces for this car. And then of course there's all of these nice pieces that go around the engine. So it's a really great package. Now that package was about $700, but the deal with Jbugs is if you spend $1,800 with them, they give you a 15% discount. So I took advantage of that opportunity. These are the two big rubber seals that go around the doors. I paid the extra money for the German seals. They're formed better. They're probably going to last longer. Got seals that go around the hood in the front. These go around. These four are going to go through the quarter windows and the windshield in the front and the back. These are the felt strips that go around the quarter windows on the side, I think. I'll figure all this out as I go. That's why I left the tags on them. These go for the little wing windows and the sliders for the windows going up and down. We got the chrome updated package to go around the windows. Now these I went and paid for the upgrade to stainless steel. It's not a lot of money, but I think it's going to make the car last longer. I got the new window trims. So when you stick your arm out the window, this is what your forearm leans on. Once again, I upgraded those to chrome, or to stainless steel. A couple of the bumper end caps. Supposed to have 4 hubcaps, but I got one, so I'll have to sort that out. We got intake pipes. I've got some that are rusted out pretty bad. A new strainer for the oil change gaskets, rear axle gaskets, hose clamps, and then I've got heater cable and a cable for the latch on the front hood. Right side of the car, the lens is cracked, so I got a new lens, and then these are gaskets that go on both sides to seal those up. I'm adding a right side mirror, and I've got a new horn for the steering wheel, a horn contact plate, and a new turn signal indicator. which is great. All those are missing. These are the grommets that go around the bumper. New license plate for the front. I don't have a front bumper at all, so having some of these parts is going to be great. I got some new seals for the gas tank because I am going to pull the gas tank out, clean the inside of the gas tank, and then take a look at it. If it's rusty, I'll have to mitigate that and then seal it back up with new gaskets. And then I've got some of this Stable. It's a fuel additive that will help to keep the ethanol in check in the fuel system. So once I get it clean and get that all cleaned out, then I can start running that a little bit. The latch assembly for the front deck, mirror, fresh air hose for the ventilation system, and this is a crank for the sunroof because I can't get the sunroof open right now. The handle's gone. These are some sliders for the seats. She's got some new gills for fresh air vents on the outside, and I upgraded to chrome. And of course she's got a brand new Volkswagen emblem for the front deck. Drain tubes for the headlights. And every piece of little rubber that goes through the body. I have all of those pieces and parts. New turn signals for the right and left front fenders. And then because I've had so much rain coming inside of the engine, I went ahead and got this rain diverter. It sits on the outside of the car. And this is Oregon, we get a lot of rain. You don't want to run these when it's warm weather, so I might have to take it off seasonally. But I'm okay with that. I think it'll be on the car more than it'll be off up here. And then when I get ready to paint the car, of course, I'll paint that to match the car. A new hinge to hold the hood on the engine open. Some heater hoses. These go around the bumpers in the back. And then all kind of, this goes license plate light. I got a new oil pressure switch and a carburetor rebuild kit. So when I get ready to go through the carburetor, I'll have that kit. And then of course there's rubber that goes on the deck here. These go of course around through the different little handles and stuff. And all of this rubber, I'm going to take it and pre-treat it with this 303 protectant. And pretty much I'm just going to take everything that's rubber and protect everything with that before it goes on the car. And I think that's going to make it last for probably the rest of my life, which is good enough for me. This is a new breather hose for the engine, which is missing. I got a new locking mechanism for the engine because I just don't trust people. I like to have my stuff locked up. And then of course we've got a new header system here because the exhaust is completely shot, along with some new J tubes, and pretty much it's a nice complete exhaust system. And then one of the biggest things that I bought, 5 brand new tires for the car. These are beautiful tires. They're warranted for 40,000 miles. They were not all that expensive. Really great tread pattern for the car. Exactly right for a Volkswagen. They're not going to be some fat muscle car tires. This little tyke is going to be stock, so I'm okay with that. And I did go and get 5 because I want to make sure that I can get home and have a decent spare tire. This is a liner that goes in the trunk in the front of the car because that is missing. So when I put things in there, I have a nice clean surface. And boy, there's just like all these little parts and pieces. It's really great. It feels good because it's going to take me a while to put all these parts on the car. And frankly, a lot of these little rubber parts and pieces will not get put on the car until I tear the body off of the chassis. I've got to put a new steel floor in the passenger side because somebody did not take care of the battery and it leaked and rotted out the floor. ran all the way up under the passenger seat. So yeah, this will be a body off restoration at the end of the day. And it might be at that point that a lot of these grommets and things get put to use. And of course, I have a new antenna. Dun, dun, dun. I don't have a radio yet, but I have an antenna. And I don't think I can bring myself to put a stock Volkswagen radio system in this car. I'm a little bit more of a music snob than that, so I'm probably not going to do that. Oh, and I also got a new clear interior light here, so that I'm not sure if the one that works in there. There's not a battery in the car yet. I still need to get over and pick that up. But now this is like one purchase of probably 3 big ones that I'm going to need to do. Of course, we'll have the interior kit will be a big purchase. And then when I go to do paint, that's going to be a big purchase for all of that. I've got a wrecking yard working on some parts as far as some dash parts and a bumper. And I think we're at a place where we got a good deal on that. And I have an amazing surprise for everybody that's on the way. And it is not that beautiful Wolfsburg shifter. Now, one of the things that I did do is that Jbugs offers nuts and bolts that fit the car. So I went to Walmart and I bought these, I think they're a 21 compartment little deal organizers. They smell terrible. I put them outside in the sun for about a week before I brought them into use. But these are really great because now I have a parts bin, and there's some more. I've got another box coming from Jbugs to fill all these bins out. But what's going to be neat is now I don't have to go and stop where I'm at on the car because I need a piece of hardware. This is going to save me a lot of headache at the end of the day. And it's a great trick for people to learn when they're working on cars, you know, to get your parts, your spare parts set up. So that's the latest in Eugene. Yeah, I've spent a boatload of money on this, but it's okay. This little car is going to be worth it. Like I said, it'll probably take me 3 years to put all these parts on, but I feel good about the money that I saved and the fact that I've got these parts on hand so that when I'm ready to work on things, I've got a lot of it squared away. I do get a wholesale discount at a parts house locally, so I can get all my fluids and whatever supplies I'm going to need locally at an excellent price. So that's really going to help out the cost of the project. And of course, I have my manual, which is really great for answering questions. And today, because it's been so flippin' hot, I have gone through my speedometer and cleaned everything up. Got the contacts nice and clean. Got how nice and shiny those contact points are now. Coat them down with a little bit of petroleum jelly to keep the air off of them so they won't oxidize. Put a little 303 on this gasket. Look how nice and shiny and young it looks again. It looks great. Took my Dremel tool and went through and cleaned everything off. It was really clean. I mean, honestly, there was very little corrosion on anything. It looks amazing. So, but it'll tell you a little bit about the detail that I want to do on this car. All right, well, that's the latest from Eugene and our Flippin Sunbug. I just love that name. She'll probably actually get a name down the road, but right now that's what we're going to go with. So, yeah, I've spent a lot of time online looking at parts, making lists, poking around, and ordering, trying to get everything to where I can get this first order set up. Yeah. So I kind of think the first thing I'm probably going to do is put the exhaust on, because I know the one that's on there is trashed, and I don't want to try to start the motor without it. So I've got to go and drill out these holes right here through the pipe so that the air will actually flow up into these new heater tubes, and I'll do a video on that. And of course, tear off the old one. Let's go take a look at the car real quick. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is actually tie it off to the house, and with my come along I'm going to try to jack it backwards so that I can move the whole car back probably about 8 feet. That way the main chassis will be back here, and I can lift off the body of the car down the road and set it in front of the vehicle. And then once I get it back here, I'm going to jack it up, put it on jack stands and blocks, make the car level because my driveway slips down a bit here. Make the car nice and level so I have a lot of height underneath it to go to work. It'll probably be up in the air at least a foot taller than it is now. And then I'll pull down all 4 wheels. We can take those down, have the old tires removed, and I will bring those rims back, get those wire brushed up on the inside, any kind of rust that I can mitigate, and then we'll mount and balance the tires, bring those back home. The boys chewed up this tire when they hauled the car over to me, but that's all right. It was a piece of junk anyway, needed to be replaced. So that's the plan right now. I think I'll pull the tires, get her jacked up, pull the tires, and I can inspect the brake system at that time, see how it looks, and go from there. I did want to show you one other thing, is that I got myself a set of locking lug nuts so that my new tires will stay on the car, which would be great. So, yeah, a good beginning. And of course, you know, the thing that everybody needs to focus on here, the reason that we're building this car is because we're trying to raise awareness about Lyme disease. And it's a sad state of affairs right now in the United States and in most countries, because American citizens cannot go to the medical doctor to get treated. And that is our standard, our expectation, that we're able to go to the doctor and treat our pathogens. Well, we can't do that in this nation right now. And the reason that I'm doing this car is because I want people to wake up to that situation, and that Lyme patients should have the rights to go to the doctor and be treated. We don't have to have an argument with anybody about whether you believe it or not, or whether you agree with our treatment protocols. Once a patient has made a decision through their informed consent, they should have the right, with insurance reimbursement, to get care. The same as a person with HIV would get treated, the same as a person with cancer would get treated. It's time that Lyme patients have the right to go to the doctor and get care with insurance reimbursement. And if you agree with us, well, follow the car's progress. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that this project overall is not just about building a Volkswagen that we all love and adore. This is about raising awareness about a horrific disease. And it's critically important that each and every person who follows us, who listens to these videos, and believes in a healthy community, that they come aboard and join our cause. Talk to your friends, share our message, ask your local media to cover the story. We really need your help. Your children can be born sick with these pathogens. Our blood banks are spreading them and not testing. And it's not just ticks that are carrying. It's fleas, mosquitoes, lice, bed bugs, spiders. They're all transmitting pathogens. And Lyme disease is 329 species of Lyme Borrelia with another 50 co-infections. which makes them extremely difficult to diagnose and treat. So we really do need your help. We've got people dying of suicides because of the suffering with lasting chronic pain and damages. So, sorry to get heavy here, but this is why this Volkswagen is being built. And we need every single person to become a Lyme disease advocate and to become pathogen smart in their own families. All right, enough of that. Let's go back to having fun building out a Volkswagen. Woohoo! All right, you guys. Thank you for enjoying the project. It's going to be a lot of fun. I am so looking forward to getting this car put together and sharing the journey. I'm trying to do my due diligence and make sure that I'm doing this properly. I'm doing research. I'm in a lot of groups online, in Volkswagen forums, learning the tricks and talking to people. And there's a lot of great people out there. So thanks a lot for watching. Please follow us at the Flippin Lyme Foundation and learn about the amazing benefits of bee venom therapy. I mean, there's just not a better treatment modality out there that I've ever found, period. Just isn't one. All right, guys, I love you. Thanks a lot for bearing with me for 21 minutes now. Yeah, this is going to be humbling to go through and work on this car and to share that journey with everybody. I'm excited for it. So thank you all so much for being a part of it. I love you all. You're a blessing. I hope that you're healthy and you take care of each other right now during this time when we all need to be pathogen smart. All right, you guys. Talk to you later. Beep, beep.